We're in Porlock this morning. I'm currently stood halfway up the famous Porlock Hill. I'm going to make a video today talking about the early rallies that used to be carried out right on this hill. There's an old famous bend there, very tight bend, which as you can imagine, it's quite difficult to navigate on this very steep road, especially in the early days of rallying and motor cars. So join me as we delve into the history of the rallying on Porlock Hill. During the 1800s, long before motor cars arrived, stagecoaches had to haul passengers up these slopes, and you can still find amazing photos showing them battling these bends. During a violent storm in 1899, the Lynmouth lifeboat couldn't be launched from Lynmouth and had to be hauled 13 miles overland, right up and over Porlock Hill to launch safely at Porlock Weir, a feat which took an amazing 11 hours. And just 1 year later, in 1900, Roger Fuller made the first car ascent here in a 16 horsepower Napier, the most powerful petrol car in Britain at that time. He was motivated by a 50-pound vet, and he proved that Terror Hill, as many called it around that time, could be conquered by machine as well as man and horse. Not surprisingly, given its fame within the motor scene, car makers soon used Porlock Hill to prove their car's strength. This interesting old Austin ad claimed that an Austin would get you over the top, showing the road sign for Porlock Hill as proof. Of course, Porlock Hill's biggest fame came with the motor rallies. Motorcycles and cars lined up to tackle its steep twisting bends, earning it the nickname Terror Hill. In the early 1900s, the surface was rough and deeply rutted from stagecoaches. In the year 1912, the conditions were so bad that a reporter wrote,
"It were bad at the first bend, fearful at the second, and above a sea of mud from 4 to 8 inches deep, with no strip of even reasonable surface on which to ride. How any rider could make a clean ascent was a puzzle to anyone."
When you stand here today and look at these old rally photos, then see a car round the bend, roaring its engine as it comes up the hill towards you, you can't help but almost hear the roar and smell the oil burning from those cars almost 100 years ago. And imagine the struggle these early cars faced getting to the top. Crowds lining the roads and passengers often having to jump out and push the cars. Sadly, the very scenic Porlock Hill also hides a darker side. It's the site of many a crash over the years, and unfortunately a number of fatalities. And in many cases, cars and even lorries are left dangling over the edge. So for more than a century, Porlock Hill has tested man and machine alike, and it's still a favourite challenge for classic rallies and cyclists today. Next time you drive it, remember all the stories buried in these very bends, and be glad you're not pushing up a 16 HP Napier to the top. Thank you very much for watching this video, especially as you made it all the way to the end. I really appreciate the support. Please give it a like and don't forget to give the page a follow to make sure you don't miss out on future